Guys, welcome. What a start to the week, Genelac.
Let's go.
Buddy, how do you feel about today, man?
Worlds, baby. That's how, dude. Oh, it is so hype. Everything is hype. Literally everything is hype. Hype. Did I say hype?
You said, I think you said hype a couple of times. But ladies and gentlemen, my name is Scout.
I am Genelac Gaming, baby.
And this
is Critical
Hitz. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining us today. Genelac is right. Worlds hype. Worlds just happened, and the TCG, VGC, Unite, everything was spectacular. And the announcements, oh my God, the announcements. I can't believe it. And Genelac, you know what? Let's go ahead and just, I can see you just about to lose your mind, buddy. I think you might pee yourself here if I don't let you talk. So tell me, dude, what was your biggest takeaway from Worlds?
Bro, agenda for today? Worlds. Done with the agenda. Okay. Let's see here. Dude, everything from like I don't know, where do we start? Should we start like announcements? I don't even know what do I do with my hands?
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Dude, start with the announcements. The biggest announcement. Actually, you know what? Don't do announcements. Let's do what was happening outside of the event. What was happening in Anaheim with the community? Talk to me.
Dude, genius. They're geniuses, okay? The president of the Pokemon Company is genius. It was 2016 vibes. They released Eternatus early to in-person people at the Worlds, which is genius, because not everybody at Worlds plays Pokemon Go, but they know everybody loves Pokemon, and if you're going to release Eternatus, everybody's going to play. It's so hype. I love it when they do stuff like this. So the Worlds first. Also, shout out JT Gilly. He posted on X. He caught a Hundo IV, so perfect IV, double XL Eternatus.
Are you
Shout out
kidding
JT.
me?
That's sick. Yeah.
Oh
no, I'm not kidding.
God, bro. That's
already
legit.
has it.
How does that even happen? How does one attain such an unobtainable Pokemon?
Okay, so yeah, you go in with 100 people. That's the max for a Dynamax den now. And you bring 199 of your best friends, and you go take on the Poison Dragon together. And you're battling it out. It's teams of 4, but it's 100 people. So you're stuck in the den with 4 people. You got to be healing each other, dodging. It's just like if you were in the Sword and Shield. Yeah, you could do heals. You could do defense where you like take aggro and then you're doing damage. You do a bunch of damage with your fast and charge attacks. Then you Dynamax or Gigantamax and you start wailing.
Bro, that is insane. So you're telling me that at any one point in time there were 100 people playing Pokemon Go at Worlds in order to obtain frickin' Eternatus.
Oh, brother, thousands. To be clear, thousands were playing Pokemon Go, but you could go in with 100 people into a single encounter.
That's nuts, man. So we missed out is what I'm hearing.
You know what? And I'm all for it. I am all for those people being rewarded for going in person, being a part of the community. They deserve that first look at Eternatus and owning it first. That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. I'm jealous, man. I didn't even know that happened. So what do you do at this point now? Everybody else is playing Pokemon Go. Like, do we just sit here, fiddling with our thumbs, or what's the game plan?
Well, so all those people, it takes a lot of candy to rank up Eternatus. Eternatus is a very special Pokemon in Pokemon Go. It's not your typical level system with him.
Yeah.
There is an event going all this week prepping for the GoFest Max Finale.
Ooh.
And GoFest Max Finale is this weekend. That's when everybody else in the world gets their chance at Eternatus as well.
Yeah.
And there's a couple select cities across the U.S., Seattle being one of them, where there's going to be like these miniature pop-up events.
Ooh.
So everybody else gets their chance, and you just need to grind, and you need to take out as many Eternatus can to get candy, rewards, to be able to level up, rank up your pass. There's a battle pass that goes with this event that will reward more candy and get into Tournamax. It's gonna be sick.
Dude, that is so freaking cool. Well, what else happened, man? I got a lot of pictures coming out of Worlds and what people were doing outside of the event. The lines, bro, the size of the lines for people trying to get into the Worlds and trying to get into the Pokemon Center was insane. But what else was happening outside of the event center, if anything, before we get into, the real action?
I don't know of anything else, to be honest with you, but I'm a Pokemon Go guy.
Yeah.
I mean, have you heard of anything that was happening outside?
Honestly, man, I haven't heard of a whole heck of a lot. I know a lot of content creators had a great time, right? Shout out to Collecting Kate for keeping me so well informed as to what everybody was doing at Worlds. I mean, I'm jealous, man. We saw all the content coming from Dr. Applesauce and Powder TCG.
I mean, I'm sure that they were, I don't think people get it. It's a whole thing. Like, you go to dinners with folks. There's probably an informal trade night.
Yep.
You get to enjoy your your spoils of the Pokemon Center loot. I will say there were some scalpers as well. Don't love seeing that, but hey, that's the name of the game. And this is a hype positive episode. I'm not going to focus on them because the event looked incredible.
No more scalpers, no more investments. Guys, this is the time to love Pokemon and feel alive, man. I was playing Pokemon Go while it was happening, over there. So I was like, I felt connected. Yeah, I felt connected.
Yeah, we're all in this together, Troy Bolton style, High School Musical.
Oh God,
there's a reference for you.
Wow. Man.
Now I will say, what's awesome too. Another one of the announcements is they're bringing Pokemon XP to Worlds next year. Nobody knew what it was.
Yeah.
And I still don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
But basically, it is an in-person Pokemon convention at the same time and in the same location as Worlds.
Yep.
So my guess is that it's going to be everything we could possibly dream of. You're going to have the Worlds competition alongside Pokemon Go experience and a Pokemon festival hosted by the Pokemon Company.
Oh, yeah.
That's sick.
I think that's awesome, dude. I'm actually very impressed with how Worlds was handled this last weekend by the Pokemon Company in its entirety, especially the president.
They had an arena.
Yes, dude. I was blown away. I didn't see that coming, and which feels weird because I feel like they were in an arena like last year or the year prior.
First time. Nope.
Dude, but that's genius. Well done. I know we've been, so... I'll say pessimistic, maybe, crapping on Pokemon just a little bit, but
we want more cards from them, but we still love them at the end of the day.
I mean, we do still love them and we do still support, but I was so happy, man. The more that I saw, the more I was just blown away. My favorite takeaway from the weekend before we get into the tournaments was the announcement of the 1v1v1v1 battles, dude.
Yeah.
I love that open battle arena space idea that they are bringing, and that's more your environment, man. So I want you to tell us a little bit more, because as stoked as I am, I don't know much about it.
Yeah, so what Scout's referring to, guys, is the Legend ZA demos that were available to people. So people were playing Legend ZA at the Worlds, right? They had like this very specific demo that was going on. Then, as a part of their announcement within closing ceremonies, they announced a battle arena format in Legend ZA. So essentially what this is you have 4 trainers enter with teams of 6 Pokemon, and it's that new battle style within Legend ZA where you're running around, there's ranges to attacks, and you can dodge.
Yep.
And so like the clip that was awesome was Talonflame throws a Brave Bird at a Gyarados. Gyarados uses Protect. It's not turn-based. It's timing. So if you click Protect too late, doesn't matter. You take the damage.
Yep.
So he uses Protect right before the Brave Bird hits. This battle ensues. You get points for knocking people out. But you can do, with AoE, you can knock out multiple people at once. So the clip ends with Mega Dragonite Draco Meteoring the whole arena and knocking out everybody and getting 3 points and winning the whole battle arena. Because it's like a 3-minute battle.
Dude, I think that is a phenomenal idea. And I know we were talking about like, oh man, dude, Pokemon is just so outdated with not having multiple save files.
Oh, not anymore, baby.
No, not anymore, dude. This is going to be next levels of gaming for us Pokemon nerds. And I've got a question following this. Who do you think instinctively right now, of the over 1,000 Pokemon that we have, which Pokemon is going to be the strongest choice in these battle arenas? And don't mention any mythicals or legendaries, right? Or else I'm just gonna,
I got
call
you.
out Arceus.
I already have the 2 I could think of right now. Snorlax for tanking and Goldango.
Goldango, really?
With an AoE, make it rain, dude. You pop off. Because here's the thing. You don't have to fight people.
Yeah.
So if you go in there with Goldango, you throw off a couple nasty plots and everybody's leaving you alone.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just come in and blast people with a make it rain.
Yep.
And here's the thing. I have no idea what the meta will look like because we don't know the ranges of stuff, right?
No, we don't.
It could be that Make It Rain doesn't have the same amount of AoE as a Draco.
Yeah.
And so you're probably going to have different roles for different Pokemon in your team. You're probably going to have a tank. You're probably going to have a single target damage Pokemon. You'll probably have an AoE target Pokemon.
Yep.
Typings still matter.
Oh,
so
God,
there are so many layers to this. This has been my dream since I was 6 years old, to be able to battle Pokemon the way that Ash does. Because Ash's whole thing was like, use the environment, fire off multiple moves at once and have them, work together. Ash is not turn-based, right? His whole thing was thinking quick on your feet and becoming a better trainer. And we're finally getting to do a semblance of that.
I'm so excited. This is almost convincing me to buy the Switch 2. I'm not gonna lie to you. As soon as I saw that, I was like, maybe I do need this because I want to.
Because it'll run better,
bro. Because I want to be competitive in this. I'm the same mindset as you. I could not be more excited. And if there's one Pokemon that I really want to excel in that 4-way battle, it's
Mega Flygon.
It's not Mega Flygon, but it'd be so freaking cool if it was, dude. I would be. I'm sorry,
happy.
I
had to do it. Yeah.
I know, I'd be so happy. But if there's one Pokemon that I really want to excel in that format, it's Nidoking.
Oh, that's a solid pick too, because you have the one-hit KO with Fissure.
Yep.
And you have or Horn Drill. Sorry, he learns Horn Drill, and then Earthquake.
That's what I'm saying.
But then
dude.
I would just right as I see you about to fire Earthquake off, I see the animation, swap to a flying type.
I'd be so pissed.
Mitigates all the. Oh, it'd be so like what if you throw off an Earthquake and everybody in the arena notices and everybody switches to a flying type like the instant before you throw it, and you just look around and you're I did nothing.
Any AoE attacks? No, dude. They've got to like lock in the system, and it's like, no, you can't move fast enough to swap out your Pokemon. I'd be
no, fam. That's
angry.
not how competitive works.
No,
I'd be
so mad, bro. If I threw out an Earthquake and suddenly everybody's like Talonflame, Pidgeot, Flygon, I'd be so mad. I'd be so pissed. But I think Nidoking could be a Pokemon that excels in that format. Anything else that I would really want to excel, I mean, another one is just Flygon. I want Flygon to just be good in general.
The Mega Flygon people are gonna riot if it doesn't get announced soon.
I'm telling you. Oh my god, Pokemon.
It's the strongest community I've seen from a Mega perspective. I do not know a Pokemon that has a stronger Mega following than Flygon.
Yeah. Well, because when you think about all the other Hoenn Pokemon that got Megas, you have Metagross, Aggron, Gardevoir, Salamence. Like we're talking Pokemon that
those are all pseudos, though.
No, okay. Yes, Metagross and Salamence are.
Except for Gardevoir. Gardevoir's not.
Gardevoir's not, and Aggron's not.
Okay, well, Aggron is the
goat and all the starters got Megas. But you're telling me Flygon? Anyway, I know, we're not getting into this. I'm not going to let you rage bait me into convincing these people that, Flygon. Yeah. But
here's the thing.
Okay.
And I started getting goosebumps. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Because they also announced at the same time that Pokemon Champions is the new VGC competitive format.
Oh, yeah.
So what that means is that for games going forward, they're not going to be turn-based competitive games because that's the whole point of Champions. Yep. So what Pokemon is saying here is they're saying, hey, we realize that this is where this game started. And we're always going to have it be a part of the Pokemon franchise. Mm-hmm. But we need to innovate. And in order to do so, we're going to have Pokemon Champions. You can put any Pokemon from any game into there, and we'll keep that as our VGC. However, what does that mean for Gen 10 competitive ladder? Because they're gonna have a competitive ladder.
Yeah, they are
for the next mainline game, and it's not gonna be turn based because that's already Pokemon Champions. That means that the Legends Arceus and Legends Zeta A are beta testing the new ranked ladder format. I would not be surprised. Hear me now. I would not be surprised if you have non-turn-based Pokemon battles at Pokemon Worlds post-Gen 10.
You really think so, bro?
They got 2 years to figure it out, right? They're going to announce some things next year, and then Gen 10 will probably come out, late 2027 would be about the right time frame. So, yeah, they're going to have Pokemon Champions run next year at Worlds. They'll have Pokemon Champions run forever from a turn-based perspective, and they got about a year and a half to 2 years here. No, about 2 years here to figure it out and figure out what the next generation of trainers are going to do to compete with one another. It's very similar to the trading card game and Pokemon Pocket.
Yep.
They're innovating on their original competition structure, and they're now bringing it into the modern world. I would not be surprised if we see Pokemon Pocket as a part of Pokemon Worlds here in the near future. You'll still have the TCG, but you're going to have Pocket as well.
I'd be shocked if they brought Pocket into Worlds. I'll be honest with you. I really do think that
they had it at the Vancouver Regional.
But I will say, I think
not as a part of Play Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't have it a part of Play Pokemon. I think that Pocket is the beta test for what response do we need from the people, or what do we need to give the people in order to make live more enjoyable for a larger audience? And
okay. So I agree with that. They're
Yes.
gonna reformat that as well.
Exactly.
As a reminder, in our last episode, I asked you, are they ever gonna get rid of prize cards?
And so that's what I'm saying. I think that was part of the reason they were doing
might.
beta testing. I think they are, because I was thinking about this. The more I thought about it, the more I realized you might be right, because if they get rid of prize cards, okay, there's a few other things they can get rid of as far as like tactics for the game, because you're still going for the knockouts, but now there are certain move sets that are removed completely, right? Where it's like, take 2
Give
prize
me that
cards,
energy bank, baby. I don't want any energies in my deck anymore.
Right. So, but yeah, now you just have an energy bank, but that energy bank is still the same way it is in Pocket, right? Where it's not, you can do multiple different energies, but it's not structured, right? You have to just get lucky off the draw. So the more I think
you get
about
one
it,
per turn, and then you can have other Pokemon generate energy. I love that.
Yeah, if you have other Pokemon generating energy, then you have no need for supporters like Crispin, where you can play Crispin down and grab 2 energy from your deck, put 1 in your hand and 1 in play. I really hope they combine Pocket and TCG Live, and that becomes the new system at Worlds, because I love these updates. I love that they're pursuing wanting to be modern, and they're wanting to compete with other TCGs, because I think Pokemon TCG is a little outdated, and I think
it is. I mean, if you look at
some
One Piece,
other things, but that's what I'm saying. I think we could see some other implementations into the TCG, right? Whether that's trap cards, or whether that's a new typing, or whatever system they want to introduce, especially after how Worlds just went, and Gardevoir won Worlds the 2nd time in a row, placing Gardevoir at possibly the greatest deck.
Might be the best. It might be the best deck ever.
Exactly. It really might be the greatest deck that has ever lived.
Does that card go up in value now? Like straight up?
So this is a hot take, but I don't think that the playability of Pokemon cards has any effect on a card's price. I really don't.
But this is so different. It's such a historic card.
It's a historic card, but I don't think that has any legitimate impact on its price. Whether it's just the basic Gardevoir EX, or it's the Gardevoir from Paldean Fates, or the one from Scarlet and Violet base, I really don't think so, dude. And I hate to say that, because Gardevoir is it's a dominating force, man. You can't deny it. I hate Gardevoir. Like, as a deck, I despise it.
As a Goldeggo Raging Bolt player, you hate Gardevoir.
Yeah, man, but I cannot sit here and shun Riley McKay. Shout out to you for taking home Worlds, dude, especially after placing 2nd at NAICs in New Orleans. I'm impressed, man.
Yeah.
Well done. You earned it. And I'm not crap talking your deck. I'm just, crap talking Gardevoir in general.
He just doesn't like Gardevoir.
Yeah, exactly, dude. But I don't think that Pokemon will see any effect on their card prices just based off of TCG wins. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh!, where Yu-Gi-Oh!, your average deck cost between $200 and $700 just
I know, I just saw that the other day.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
So it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where, in Pokemon, on average, you can build your deck for between $60 and $75.
I support that, by the way. It should not cost that much to play the game.
Exactly. Or else it is really pay to play, as you're always arguing. I do think that the TCG needs to be restructured a little bit, and I'm looking forward to seeing
I think
what
they're
going
to.
Do. Yeah. I think they have to, and I think this is going to fall into Gen 10. I think Gen 10 is going to shock the world. It
so
all fits. Dude, it all fits. Anybody that ever says, oh yeah, Gen 10's not going to be like that cool, or they're not going to introduce this or that. Like, guys, we've been let down by Pokemon year after year after year. Well, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Okay? And you can't disagree with me there, but I think Gen 10, they have been focusing on Gen 10 since before Pokemon Arceus. Just thinking about it. What steps have they been taking, right, to fix the VGC, to fix the TCG? I bet they've had Pokemon Pocket in their pocket for at least 4 years.
I see what you did there.
Thanks,
no,
buddy.
I mean, and to your point, it's more than just creating a great region and new Pokemon and with great designs. They're looking at playability, which is something that they just talked about this. It's been 25 years. Really
Longer.
Since the inception of Pokemon.
Yep.
They haven't changed the base mechanics. It's always been turn-based.
Yep.
And there's always been prize cards and energy cards. This whole introduction of like a power bank or, non-turn-based real-time battling. These are foundational game mechanic changes that as you usher in a new 10 generations of Pokemon, it's just so fitting. I mean, listen, You and I could be standing here two years from now and could look like the dumbest idiots in the world for being debated again. But I haven't seen the breadcrumbs this large since I've been playing it since I was 6.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I've played it since it came out. I've never seen the Pokemon so deliberately take steps to improve the game.
And that's what's got me the most excited. And I hope it has all of you just as excited. There has never been a better time to be in the Pokemon community. And I mean all aspects of the community in a long time. Granted, I do feel like we're falling short in the anime space and in the manga space. That's
and we've talked about card availability and that kind of
and
stuff.
we're not
so
going to
there are
continue
some
to talk about that
because
we've beat that dead horse. But yeah, there are some downsides. I do agree with you. But pound for pound, there has never been a better time to get into Pokemon, understand what Pokemon is about, what the community is about, and what the future has in store for us.
Can you guys tell that we just watched Worlds?
Yeah, could you guys tell that we just spent like a majority of our weekend watching Worlds and reading into everything they announced?
It's so sick though. And going back to Worlds a little bit too, and away from, our theory crafting hypothetical that we love to do on this channel, because that's who we are. But the Worlds, you talked about it. The event was so spectacular. Mm-hmm. It was in an arena for the first time, and they realized it. They're going bigger. They're going to the freaking Chase Center next year. I mean, they're going to one of the largest 16,700 seats. It's where NBA teams play, man.
Yep.
Like, we are getting some of the largest arenas in America involved. I mean, we're going to start seeing some serious clashes.
Yep.
I'll say this. I watched. It was so hype. Pokemon Go, Pokemon Unite were the two that I was watching the closest. I've been to the Dota 2 International, okay? That's the largest esports tournament ever. Prize pool was $43 million.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you, Pokemon has the opportunity to do that. If you get Pokemon Unite out there, that's a MOBA as well.
Yep.
I saw teams cheering for Team Peru. It was Zeta Gaming. Like, you got 5-on-5 high-octane action. They're investing in Pokemon Unite. I'm coming back to the game.
You're really
I'm going back to it.
Unite.
I'm going back, baby. I'm going to play a whole bunch of Pokemon Unite. I've been grinding this Latias event, the 4-year anniversary of it. They haven't made a whole bunch of announcements. Shout out Spraggles for this, but they are investing in that game. And it is going to be sick. For anybody who loves MOBA, if you've ever played League of Legends or Smite or whatever, being able to run around as a Pokemon and battle other Pokemon, and that way it's so cool. I need Lugia in the game. Once they put Lugia, I'll never put it down. But the Unite Championships were exceptional.
Really?
I gotta say that. Team, Team
Who won it?
Team Peru. Shout out to you.
Really? Team Peru won it?
They took down Zeta Division. Zeta were one of the favorites.
Wow.
Luminosity was another favorite. Luminosity Gaming. So these are some big team names too. Like, Luminosity has teams across multiple esports. So no. It was sick.
Dude, that is so
and just
cool.
like the team fight plays, dude. Like, somebody was playing as like Charizard was a huge appearance. Scyther. People were playing a lot of Scyther.
Wow.
And it was all about big stuns. I mean, there was a Snorlax OP, baby.
Really?
He was dropping in there, heavy slam on top of a fire blast. They would all get stuck. Oh, it was sick. It was sick.
Dude, that's so cool. Now, what about Pokemon Go? Because I've been waiting for you to talk to me about this. We talked about it a little bit of the teams that we would introduce. That's a weird face to make. Guys, I know those of you listening on our Spotify did not just see the face that he made.
Shout out YouTube.
Yeah, right. What were the teams? What were some of the highlight Pokemon?
Oh, Pokemon Go it's the players are getting so good, Scout. Like, it's crazy how talented. Yes, worldwide. Shout out Beazle Boy, our 2025 world champion, hailing from India. It's our first Indian champion. He took down arguably the strongest season we've ever seen from Padoman. Padoman was second at EUIC. He won NAIC, and he was going in, and he was the winner's bracket. He actually dropped Beazle Boy earlier. Beazle Boy worked his way up. Beazle Boy beat him in the grand finals for a grand finals reset, because you have to beat him twice. And then Beazle Boy takes him to a game 5 in grand finals reset to take home the dub. It was unreal. You could not write it any better. They were both writing their tried and true. Lapras was a staple just tanky monsters in this meta. It was Fortress, Lapras, Shadow Marowak, Galarian Corsola. I think the only like true damage I saw was Shadow Caesar, which that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Insert meme there. I mean, it is. That's a lot of damage. But yeah, I would say the standouts to me were Lapras was a super solid safe swap with Psywave, Sparkling Aria, and Ice Beam or Skull Bash. Either were fine. Galarian Corsola is just an absolute tank. It just sits there and it just pokes you with Astonish until it hits either Nightshade or Power Gem, which are both super hard hitting moves. It was amazing. It was amazing. Amazing.
Dude, that's awesome to hear, man. I didn't watch any Pokemon Go, so I felt bad about it. But I'm just like watching your reaction, man, was incredible. I think I might have to pull them up and go watch the end of this.
Dude, the skill level of these guys, like you have to understand, to get to their level, they are counting hundreds and hundreds of numbers on a timer. Because they're counting how many turns this Astonish is a 3-turn move and it generates 5 energy. And to get to Power Gem, it's 70 energy to throw. And by the way, they might switch out. So they're keeping track in their head how much energy that Pokemon has banked. And they're trying to catch. So now, before they throw a Power Gem, they throw the Marowak out there. Right at there. And they catch the Power Gem. 70 energy burnt and it's resisted. It's like the amount of skill these guys have is nuts, because like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 turn fast moves. There's a billion charge moves in the game, and they're all on a timer. It's crazy.
Bro, that's nuts, man. The way you're talking about that is, I like. Granted, I used to play Pokemon Go. I used to watch not Zapdos TCG. What was his name?
Man,
help me out here. What was his name? He's a broadcaster now. We used to watch him all the time.
Butters.
No, it starts with
Home Slice Henry.
Zionic.
Oh, Zionic.
Yeah, we used to watch Zionic all the time, man. And so when he was talking about it, talk about safe swaps and this and that, like I could understand it. But now at the level at which you're discussing this, I don't think I can.
Dude,
keep up, man.
I mean, and obviously I play it, but it is. I've played all of the competitive Pokemon IP.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go's by far the hardest. By far.
Really?
It's not close. I've played the TCG, I've played Pocket, I've played Unite, and I've played Go, and it is not close. The skill gap between the top of Pokemon Go and your average player versus the top of like TCG or Unite and your average player, not close.
That's
it's not
wild, dude. Oh man, you know what? This is gonna be this is gonna feel so much better when you, Genelac, the 2026 World Champion Pokemon Go player. Guys, I'm telling you, Genelac, he is trying. He's trying for the same as me. I'm gonna try to accrue enough championship points to qualify for Worlds next year.
I just want to qualify, bro.
As TCG, you are definitely qualifying for Go, and it's gonna be the greatest single event ever, man. Could you imagine both of us going to Worlds at the same time, competing in our respective games?
I just want to qualify.
Bro,
like,
you will
just to qualify would be sick.
You will. You say it with me.
You got it.
Genelac, say it with me. Say it with me.
Oh no, I'm gonna qualify. I'm gonna qualify.
Say it. Say it louder. Say it louder.
I'm gonna be your 2026 Pokemon Go World Champion.
That was weak. That was weak sauce. Come on, baby. Tell it to me. Tell it to guys. He just stood up. He just stood up. I don't know where he's going. Look at those legs. Damn. And those Crocs, baby.
I'm going to be your 2026 Pokemon Go World Champion. What? What? How's that?
I love you.
I'm sweating.
I love you. That was amazing.
I'm sweating. Frank is very worried. Frank's like,
guys,
bruh.
If that didn't just earn us a follow, I don't know what will, but that was spectacular. Single greatest thing I think you've ever done on this podcast, dude. But I mean,
I'm so tired.
I'm so impressed. You just say you're tired.
Yeah, that tired me out. I'm not. Now I know how Jason Kelsey felt when he introduced Swift on New Heights.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Oh, dude, that's so freaking cool, man.
Come here, Frank.
Dude, as far as more Worlds talk is concerned, I am very curious to know, what do you think is going on in just the general community's mind as far as like Pokemon? Do you think a lot of people are very optimistic about what we've got moving forward? Do you think a lot of the announcements were able to kind of push out the negativity that people have in their minds right now for, the market or hobby or whatever we're calling Pokemon in general?
I don't know if a lot of people have connected the dots yet, to be honest. I think that people who choose to be negative are going to stay negative.
Okay.
No matter what happens, to be honest with you.
It's fair.
I do think that generally right now, the people who are in are so in that it's attracting more people because it's contagious.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you and I are saying there has never been a better time to be in the Pokemon community. And we call the community we call it out when it's not a good time. So when we're
yes.
saying that, like my friends and family are like, yo, you're like really in on this Pokemon stuff right now. And I'm like, yeah, it's peak right now. Even my friends, they're picking up Pokemon Go and downloading it because they could see how much fun I'm having.
Yep.
So for that reason, I would say yes, it is peaking, but I don't think it's because of the announcements. I think it's more just because of the general vibe of the community.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're over in the UK. What do you think?
Dude, I'm going to say this, right? So the UK, we don't have the events that, the US has, right? Because the US is a bigger audience and there's a lot more convention centers and yada, 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 whatever excuses you want to say. But the optimism that a lot of the people here have, unbelievable. Dude, it's widespread.
Yeah.
But it's people are thoroughly enjoying Pokemon in general, and this is aside from the cards, man. Screw the cards. Screw the sealed product, whatever. The vendors, just the community in general. The people that are going out and playing Pokemon Go, the people that are going to their local card stores and seeing people play VGC, at the tables, or see them playing TCG. It's
Pokemon Pocket.
It's like you said, it's infectious, and it's got me so hyped because a lot of people are starting to feed off of this positive energy that is seeping through, man, and it's just so good to see. I could not be more bright about it, especially with how pessimistic we've been in certain aspects on the channel, which granted, I mean, I felt like that was all deserving because of the news we were getting, but this has just been a spectacular weekend.
And we haven't even talked about really what everybody considers the peak of the weekend.
And what's that?
That's juniors, seniors, and masters division, but particularly the masters division of the VGC. Do you have a chance to catch it at all?
No, dude, I didn't watch any of it.
Dude, we had some serious heavy hitters again, battling it out, and this was a non-restricted format, which means you can have legendaries and mythicals, baby.
No.
And there was some Shadow Rider Calyrex V action, some Ice Rider. Koraidon was everywhere.
Oh, geez.
Koraidon was catching a lot of heat last year for not being playable at all, right? It was all about Miraidon, blah, 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 blah. Well, this year, both of the teams were centered around two specific Pokemon.
Okay.
Koraidon and Brute Bonnet.
No.
My man Brute Bonnet was an absolute thorn in everybody's side because it has so much utility with Spore.
Yep.
For those who don't know, Spore is not zero mischance, but it has 100% accuracy.
Yep.
To put a Pokemon to sleep as long as they're not aggressive. And so it's pretty cool. They would water Terra type it. It was like playing around Spore. Incineroar was obviously involved. That's always involved on one side. The other was running Fluttermane. Oh man. And there was this turn where Fluttermane, like he had a double KO with Fluttermane and Koraidon. I mean, it was spectacular.
Dude, that is so cool. And you say that because there's one thing that I just loved from the weekend, and it was watching, I forget his name, please God, don't hate me for this, the second place finisher for the Masters TCG division. He prized all three of his Dragapult EXs in one of his matches, and he still came back and
that was crazy.
Won the match, bro. The effort, the focus that it took using the Dracos
How do you even do
the
that?
Dust Noir was insane, man. I'm telling you, Dragapult's versatility was blowing my mind all weekend. And it was besides the fact that, Gardevoir won the entire thing, crazy. The largest share of the TCG was Goldango. Goldango was like 30% of the meta.
Which you were talking about it. That's your deck.
That's what I'm saying. And so I think I said this, that when I go, I would not, or if I would have gone to Worlds, I probably would not have run Goldango.
No, you said you would run Raging Bolt, right?
I can't remember if it was Raging Bolt or Zoroark, right? Those would have been my two picks. Both of those decks did phenomenal. My guess of Marty's Grimmsnarl winning Worlds, nah, dude, that was way off. I thought, I was like, okay, what's going to be the most competitive against Gardevoir? Because I knew Gardevoir was the biggest threat. Marty's Grimmsnarl, obviously. But a lot of people just didn't play it, which, I mean, that's fine. You don't have to. But yeah, the other decks that stood out, dude, were Dragapult and Charizard, man. They were places
I'm so glad Charizard made an appearance.
Oh my God. Or I said Dragapult, Charizard. Excuse me. Charizard and Pidgeot. That was insane for Charizard to come back from, I'm not going to say a hiatus over the last 6 months, but to not be a large share of the meta, to then take places 4th and 5th at Worlds, bro. That is nuts to me. But Charizard is just overpowered, man, especially running a Dusclops and Duskull line, or excuse me, Dusclops and Dusknoir line, where I don't know if you know this, but Charizard, its attack gets stronger with each prize card your opponent's taking. So if you pop a Dusclops or pop a Dusknoir and force your opponent to take a prize card, Charizard just gets stronger. Its attack does more. And
it's an end game monster.
Belts. Oh, dude, it's brilliant. It is a masterful card.
Can it one-shot anything if you only have like 2 prize cards left?
If you have 1 prize card remaining, it one-shots everything in the format. If you have 2 prize cards remaining, it doesn't knock out anything with 340 HP unless it has a maximum belt attached to it.
Then it would. And I believe Dragapult's only 320, right? Dragapult EX?
Yeah. So if Dragapult has
you're knocking out most EXs.
Mm-hmm.
Most.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it's insane to see Charizard's performance this weekend. I was super happy with it, but, again, I'm not the biggest Charizard fan. You would love playing a Charizard deck, and it's super easy to run, too. But the idea that this entire weekend was just surrounding Raging Bolt, Goldango, and then for Gardevoir to take it home, dude, I was so thrilled watching every match. The IQ these guys had with some of these plays, it wouldn't have registered with me, And then the top decks, man, like when players needed.
Oh yeah, you pull the card you need.
Yeah, man. When players needed a card, brother, they got it. Like it was all weekend. It was just miracles all weekend, and it was
magical.
Yeah. I think Worlds was almost a Super Bowl worthy event. Not gonna lie.
Also, you know what? Shout out Raging Bolt. When are we getting that in Pokemon Go? Because it's super strong in the TCG and it's super strong in the VGC. It was on the runner-ups team. Raging Bolt was on the runner-ups team in VGC.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he ran Shadow Rider Calyrex. He ran Koraidon, Raging Bolt, Landorus, the arms crossed form, so the non-Therian form, the incarnate form.
Gotcha.
And did I already say Brubonnet?
Yeah.
And Incineroar.
Jesus, dude. I feel like Incineroar has been in the VGC since the beginning. Like, it's just been that competitive.
It has.
Really?
It has. But like I said, the only commonalities on these 2 teams were Koraidon on each team and Brubonnet on each team. Everything else was different. The other guy was, shout out Giovanni, the champion. He had the Fluttermane Chi-Yu combo.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, when Chi-Yu enters the field of play, it lowers the special defense of everybody. That's pretty good for a speed special attacker like Fluttermane. So that's how he would start a lot of the battles, is he put both of those 2 out there together. And then he had Lunala on the team as well. It was pretty solid.
I'm sorry, guys. I know we're talking a lot about Worlds right now, but this was just...
that's the whole episode, baby.
Yeah. In short, it was just a magical weekend. I don't think we could say that, anymore, dude.
I'm so hyped for San Francisco next year because we don't have full intel into what this Pokemon XP event is.
Mm-hmm.
We know that it's going to be at the Chase Center on Championship Sunday, so we know it's going to be 16,000 people screaming their heads off for all of these champions that we're mentioning.
Hell yeah!
I'm so excited to see what they do with it because it really feels like they're starting to invest in the event itself. And right now they're doing US based, which makes sense because you have the arenas to do it, and there's a large population here that will travel.
Oh yeah,
but,
you got
dude,
the fan base.
When they start picking like a Japanese city again, and they host it in an arena there, things are going to get weird. It's going to be sweet.
Dude, I'm so stoked. I mean, I am so freaking excited. I mean, Worlds to the point next year that I don't think I'd want to go as a content creator or a spectator. I mean, or spectator. I want to go as a player.
I'll be clear. I would still go as a content creator, #full access. So guys, blow this up so the Scout and I can go if we don't qualify. But I'm going to be the world champion, so I don't need it.
We both are, baby. I'm telling you.
I was going to say you're over here pressuring me but you haven't said that you're going to be the TCG world champion.
Dude, I've literally just signed paid for 2 tournaments because I'm gonna go and I'm gonna compete for some championship points.
Go, baby, get those CP.
I know, bro. I
need them.
I need them. I'm so freaking excited, guys. Like, this is
chat. If you guys are still around, first of all, we love you and thank you. And second of all, put your predictions down below. Who qualifies for Worlds first, Genelac or Scout, and who wins World first? And you are allowed to say neither.
Yeah, we never. They're gonna say neither for both questions, bro.
Yeah, neither of you guys are making it. No, man, I'm making it. I'm gonna out my. I'm in 2 months. And then after that, I'm going to plan out my regionals that I'm going to go attend.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, me and a lot of the TCG guys around here, we're gonna take it really serious. And I mean, to a point where like, I got two guys that are just they're like, you know what, the only deck we're gonna be playing for until rotation is Terra Box. And I'm like, okay, you guys play Terra Box. I'm probably gonna stick with Goldango. I'm probably gonna run Goldango a lot and run my different version of it. Or if I don't run Goldango, I think I'm gonna go all in on Enzurark.
That's what's so nice for you, is my lineup's gonna look completely different in about a week to 2 weeks when they drop the massive Pokemon Go update.
Yep.
Where all the moves change. So again, this is why I say, dude, the skill level for Pokemon Go is absurd. It's absurd, the skill level it takes to play this one, which is probably why I chose it, because I'm a masochist.
Well, and you're also light years smarter than me. So yeah, there's a reason we're not competing in the same space, dude.
I don't know about that, but these guys,
no, I mean, I think I'm pretty positive about that. I think we're, the real reason.
I'm a durr.
I do want to ask y'all, though. Actually, this is going to be a question more for Genelac. Please, buddy, if you would entertain me for a second. When it comes to Pokemon
I'm not singing another song for you.
You don't have to. I mean, you could. Should we sing Golden? Should we sing K-pop Demon Hunters?
No, get to your question.
No, we'll sing My Idol.
No, we got to sing Free.
You want to sing Free? Why do we want to sing Free?
Yeah, but I get to be the Genu part.
Hell, whose voice is getting higher? Yours or mine?
Yours. Anyway, what was your question?
So my question was, and this is exactly following this train of thought. If Pokemon, the Pokemon Company, were to follow up Worlds with an anime or another movie announcement, since we haven't had a movie announcement in God knows how long, do you think if the animation was the same style as K-pop Demon Hunters, that it would be as successful, or at least make $500 million at the box office?
Okay, to be clear, those are two very different questions. Do I think it would clear $500 million? Yes, because it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Do I think it would come anywhere remotely close to K-pop Demon Hunter? No.
No, really?
No, because the animation style isn't what makes K-pop Demon Hunter S tier. I mean, it helps, but like, there's a lot that goes into what made K-pop Demon Hunter so freaking good. So no, like if Pokemon were to just throw out a random Pokemon movie with a new animation style, it'll do fine because it's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Now, if they were to release a anime in a better animation format that talked about Professor Sada or either of the professors' escapades back in time, yes, I do think that would go crazy.
I think that would go nuts, but no, I had to ask you because we were talking about K-pop Demon Hunters earlier, guys, and I'm telling you.
We're both huge Huntrix and Saja Boy fans.
Oh my God, yes.
Huge.
Guys, it's bad.
It's been on repeat since I watched it.
Yeah, they're currently my favorite and probably most listened to songs of the last like month in my Apple
I have
Music.
never been more in love with an imaginary source since my girlfriend was 14.
All right, what team
Happily
are you?
married, by the way.
So am I. Oh, wait. I showered. So am I. Don't worry.
Which team am I? Well, dude, come on. I'm Team Huntrix.
No.
What are we talking about
No. Who's your favorite girl?
Oh, don't do that.
Come on.
Who's my favorite girl?
Come on.
Probably Rumi.
Is it Rumi?
Yeah, it's probably Rumi. It's either Rumi or Mira, but I think
it's Rumi.
And don't get me wrong, Zoe is sick and her raps are legit, but nah, it's Rumi.
Bro, it's got to be Rumi. No offense, Zoe. Zoe's adorable. She is amazing. And Mira.
Oh, my wife is the biggest Mira fan ever.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, Mira is like, she's a crush, bro. She's a babe, but Rumi.
Mira's that strong, independent woman, baby.
Yeah,
we don't dislike that, but no.
But dude, I'm just glad that we were able to record such a happy episode following Worlds, a super successful event. And ladies and gentlemen, guys, you have to tell us down below, did you watch any Worlds? Are you rewatching it? Is there anything that you took away from it that we did not talk about? Because I think this was probably Pokemon's best event in the last 5 to 10 years.
Might have been the best ever.
Yeah, realistically, dude, this is
I think this might have been the best Pokemon event ever.
I'm so happy with it. And guys, Thank you so very much for sticking around. As always, my name is Pokey Scout.
I am world champion Genelite Gaming.
And this has
been Critical
Hits. You guys have a very, very wonderful evening.